Hello and welcome to the League of Average Gaming. I'm your host, League Master Gentinord, bringing you more of the tutorial campaign, Ascent of Egypt, here in Age of Empires 1. We're going on to the 5th scenario, Skirmish.
New technologies have allowed your tribe to grow, but have also brought conflict. The spread of the Sahara's sands has forced neighboring tribes to migrate into your lands to seize control of your foraging sites and defensive positions. Raiding parties from Upper Egypt have come down the river. Intercept and destroy these invaders before they infiltrate your villages and steal your food supplies.
Lower Egypt around 3800 BCE. Objective: destroy the invading tribe. Click units to reveal capabilities. Idle soldiers automatically attack enemies within sight. So yes, we are going down into Upper Egypt as we begin to fight. Let's see here. Reviewing your troops, you begin the game with an assortment of military units, finally. 4 axemen and 3 bowmen. To review the capabilities of your troops, click a unit, its attributes. Hit points, attack strength, melee armor, pierce armor, range are shown in the status box at the bottom of the game screen. Notice that the axemen have more attack strength than the bowmen, but the bowmen have range, which allows them to fire at the enemy from a distance. Engaging in combat. Enemy units become visible when they are within your unit's sight. They disappear again if they exceed your unit's sight. Idle soldiers automatically attack any enemy units within their sight. To display the objectives while you're playing the game, click the objective button in the upper right corner of the game screen. For more tips on achieving the objective, click on Hints. To open this page again while you're playing the game, open the menu and click on the Scenario Instructions button. The hints. 1. The small war party from Upper Egypt is located to the east. Keep your units together so you can take out the enemy 1 unit at a time. An alternative, more advanced tactic is to split your military units into 2 groups, bowmen and axemen. You can keep the bowmen back to have advantage of their range. Use the axemen for hand-to-hand combat. Bowmen firing down at the enemy from cliffs or elevation cause extra damage. Ooh. If possible, concentrate your fire on 1 enemy to kill him quickly. History. Archaeological evidence suggests that warfare has been part of human life for much longer than we would like to admit. Previous theories assumed that the early nomads were more peaceful than their sedentary counterparts in later years, but mass burial sites found across the world have made scientists review that theory. A mass burial in Jebel Sahaba, south of Egypt, for example, contains the remains of 61 adults and children. Some of the skeletons show evidence of hard blows or arrow points embedded in bones. This site has been dated to about 13,000 years ago. The implication of evidence such as this is that prehistoric life was a struggle against other humans, not just nature or the elements. People who possessed good hunting and foraging lands had to defend them with force or risk annihilation. Alright, let's play. Alright, so we only have troops, so this is only a military mission. There is no villager economy to work with, so if we lose all of our units, we will lose the scenario. And we were told that they were in the east. So let's see, we've got all of these guys. I want just the bowmen. There we go. Get these put into separate groups. 1 for the melee, 2 for the range. How far do we have to wander here? There is a cliff. As I said, if we could get up on that cliff. Come on, everybody, let's go. Do ever extra damage. Unless they're also on the cliff, then I suspect that would not be the case. It would be on the same level of altitude as everyone else. Where are you going? The pathing. Huzzah! We found them. No. Oh yeah, you guys kill that guy. You guys should be shooting him. Okay, we are shooting down at that guy. Good. Is that it? Is that all of them? I guess they must have a few more. We lost a few troops there. Hey, melee, fight. He's right there. Okay, I've traded 1 for 1 there, not great, but that guy was really low that we lost. So no surprise there. Maybe round back? Take a quick gander. As I assume they'd all be together. And just one-offs. There's no one else down here. A real opponent would have sent people after us. I'm just going to station them wherever they might be located, but it's fine. We'll hunt down the AI wherever they may live. Huzzah. There they are. Oh, maybe it's just this last guy. Shoot him! Shoot him now! Shoot him with your bows, hit him with your axes. Bring victory to the true Egyptians. Huzzah! That was the last guy. Great. The raiders are defeated.
Your people have repelled the raiders and are safe for now. Your successes and the threats of powerful neighbors have encouraged smaller nearby tribes to join you for safety. They offer food and their wealth in exchange for your protection. You have begun to lay the first foundations for a new concept called kingship.
Alright, great. Well, let's move on to scenario number 6.
The future of Egypt is about to change. The great Pharaoh Narmer seeks to unite the upper and lower kingdoms into a unified Egypt. Using the wealth brought from farming along the Nile's banks, he will finally be able to defeat his rivals. Take control of the villages along the river and build a surplus of 800 food to feed your people and Narmer's warriors. In addition, take control of the ancient stone circle of Nabta Playa, found in the desert to the west. Controlling this ancient ruin will demonstrate Narmer's power to his opponents. Be wary of nearby peoples, however. You need not destroy them, but know that they will attempt to undermine Narmer's goal of uniting Egypt.
Alright, scenario 6, farming in the Nile Valley around 3100 BCE. It looks like we swapped sides here. Now we're participating as the Upper Egyptians invading Lower Egypt. Objectives: control the ruin and stockpile 800 food. A market must be constructed before farms can be built. Research technology to upgrade efficiency of farms. Farming. Before you can build farms, you must construct a market to farm. Click a villager, then right-click a farm. The villager gathers food and deposit at the town center or granary, whichever is closer, where it is added to your stockpile, as shown in the upper left corner of the game screen. Farms produce food at a fixed rate, so assigning more than one villager to work a farm does not increase its productivity. Researching domestication, the plow, and irrigation at the market does increase farm productivity. Farms eventually go fallow, exhaust their capacity to grow food, and need to be rebuilt. Upgrading units. To upgrade your military units, the clubmen, click the barracks, and then click the Upgrade to Battle Axe button. Your existing clubmen are upgraded to axemen, which are more powerful. You can no longer build clubmen, just axemen. Researching technology. You can research new technologies as your civilization enters each new age. Refer to the technology tree for information about the technologies you can research in each age. To be successful, you must advance to keep up with or surpass your rivals economically and militarily. Researching technology takes time and costs resources, but after you have researched technology, your civilization immediately begins reaping its benefits. Research technology. Click a technology building on the game map. The technologies you can research appear on the buttons at the bottom of the game screen. Then click the button that corresponds to the technology you want to research. For example, to research tool working from the storage bit, click the Research Tool Working button. Controlling ruins. Ruins are ancient structures resembling Stonehenge that were built by now lost cultures and bring prestige to the civilization that controls them. Ruins are controlled by the last civilization to move a villager, military unit, or boat nearby. Ownership can be taken away by another civilization. The color of a ruin indicates which civilization controls it. Ruins cannot be destroyed. To display these instructions while you're playing the game, click the menu button on the menu bar, then click Scenario Instructions for more help achieving the objective. Click Hints. Number 1. You need to defend against probable attack by the hostile Egyptians by upgrading your club into axemen and trading additional axemen at the barracks. 2. Food from foraging is limited, so you must build farms to further increase your stockpile of food. When you have enough wood in your stockpile, you might consider constructing an archery range or stable and training archers or cavalry units to strengthen your ranks of axemen. To control the ruin, you must cross the river and go into the desert. You may have to battle the other Egyptians if they stand in your way. After you have neutralized or destroyed Upper Egypt and secured control of the ruin, you can concentrate on building more farms to accumulate the food needed to win. History. Every year, heavy monsoon rains in the mountains of Ethiopia would cause the Nile to flood its banks downstream in Egypt. This period of flooding from June to September was called Akhet. While waiting for the waters to recede and reveal the fertile mud and fresh silt left behind, Egyptian farmers spent their time mending and making tools and looking after their animals. As Egypt became a kingdom, the farmers would use some of this time to work for the king, called the Pharaoh, to build tombs and temples. When the waters receded, the Egyptians would plow the soil during a season called Peret from October to February. Egyptians plowed by hand or used animal-pulled plows. Seeds were sown, and goats and other animals walked over the fields to push the seeds into the ground and provide additional fertilizer. The Egyptians grew a variety of crops, including wheat, barley, flax, onions, leeks, garlic, beans, lettuce, lentils, cabbages, radishes, turnips, grapes, figs, plums, and melons. Harvest time was a period called Shemu, from March to May. Grain was cut with sickles tied into bunches and carried away to granaries. Skilled artisans in the town turned the wheat into bread, the barley into beer, and the flax into linen cloth. Papyrus reeds were gathered to make sandals, boats, baskets, mats, and paper. Agriculture allowed professionals to develop and foster new cultural tools and artifacts. Although the first signs of agriculture date from 8000 BCE, the first farming communities did not appear in Egypt until the period from circa 6000 to 3150 BCE. These early settlements introduced new technologies such as irrigation in the form of canals and basins. This allowed the Egyptians to regulate the floods to maximize food production. The Egyptian agricultural system allowed the region to support between 2 to 12 million people. Even as late as the Roman era, Egypt was still considered the granary of the ancient world. The population boom brought about by agriculture caused villages to coalesce into small kingdoms along the Nile. These kingdoms invaded and annexed others until only 2 kingdoms remained, those of Upper and Lower Egypt in the south and north, respectively. This terminology derives from the flow of the Nile River, from the highlands of East Africa in the south to the Nile Delta in the north. The king of Upper Egypt wore a tall white crown called the Hedjet, while the king of Lower Egypt wore a red crown called the Deshret. Around 3100 BCE, a king named Narmer, also identified as Menez, unified the 2 kingdoms. A siltstone tablet called the Palette of Narmer depicts the king wearing the crown of Upper Egypt on one side and the crown of Lower Egypt on the other. A later pharaoh named Jet would be depicted wearing both crowns together at once, the double crown known as the Peshchent, which symbolized the unity of Egypt. Alright, into the game, let's go. Okay, so let's start. That's Clubman. Let's gather what we've got for now. Let's build a few more villagers. Put them on food. We got 3 clubs. Wander around a little bit. A little scouting here and there. We need a market. So we will need some wood, so we'll put the next guy on wood. Here is the river. Now we're gonna have to build a docks and transport ourselves over the river, or is there an actual walking path? Looks like there's an actual walking path across the river. Lovely. Okay, I don't want to go too far. I think they said there was some folks over there. But we will not do that. We will gather some more wood and villagers. And we're already in the tool age. That's where we start this scenario at. We want to build a market which takes 150 wood. So we'll need a few more collection cycles. I'm pretty sure you guys can explore to the edge of the map, because that's just a few more tiles here. Not much defined. As they said, there wouldn't be any free ramp to build farms. It is the farming mission. I want you to learn how to build farms. Just need 10 more wood. You can just hang out over there by yourself, this next villager. We're gonna need to build more houses. You are building the market. Yeah, let's just chuck it over there for now. You can help build. Get that market going so we can start converting everyone into farms. I do believe the farms will cost us wood to build. I'll have to double check. Do they farm? Farm? Well, I guess it won't show up until that we actually build the market, so let's not worry about that for now. Speaking of, there is the market. Okay, so now we can build a farm. Yes, it does cost wood, so you guys can go back to wood. I will go ahead and upgrade these guys now. Why do we have all these people? All these lazy bums not doing anything. We'll put them on farming wood. Chopping wood, rather. We could build a house. Let's drop this off and get another house going. So I have room for a few more people. I'm not caring about slingers right now. Not really in my forte. Let's go ahead and start building these farms. As we start gathering the wood to do so. Okay, these guys have been upgraded to axemen. They're not going to let us go further than the tool age, so that's fine. Good little exploring. Not seeing much so far. There's supposedly Lower Egypt around here somewhere. I guess we'll just keep wandering up the river in the way of Lower Egypt. Oh, you're not doing anything. You can also have a farm. Not even any animals to hunt, unfortunately. Let's go up to the top of this hill. Let's check out what's up here. If anything, nice defensive position. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, we'll just wander through the desert then. You guys can kind of stand over here. When we build more of you, it'll be a while before we build any more of you, but that's okay. The granary. I do want you to automatically reseed the farms. That's a nice feature from the definitive edition. And I don't necessarily need either of these. I would like more food from the farm, so I spend less resources making the farms over and over, but I also need more wood in the first place, so both of those would be good. More people in general would be good. I don't know how many units are going to be around places, so build a couple of more clubmen, or axemen rather, at this point. And I mean, the strategies for getting through the scenarios in the campaigns, the single player, they're going to be much different. Like a valid strategy is going to be much different than one against the other players in a multiplayer setting where you have to memorize build orders and all of that. That's not necessarily what we're doing here. Just checking out the historical stories and whatnot. Let's wander across the river. I feel like I've got enough space. I feel okay there. We might have you... What else could we build? It's not like a watchtower yet or anything, so we'll just keep building farms. We'll drop off that one wood. Don't want to waste the wood when he switches with what he's doing. The wood's not going to decay. Not concerned about that. Where is the ruin? In the desert to the west, he said, across the river. Oh, searching we go. Alright, start researching the upgrade to the farms. We'll use less of our wood. That means we really need less people on wood. We do need more people overall, though. Very low amount of villagers right now. We have 8. Hey, that looks like the ruin. Okay, we've captured it. This is the ruin. Alright, cool. I know where it is now. If we lose it, I know to come back. But I'd rather defend my people at the moment. Oh, we're gonna start cranking out these farms. Oh, that is a house. I found some of the lower Egyptians. No need to provoke them. Still defensive maneuver here. Can I fit more farms? More farms! More villagers. There is a little bit of fishes. We could catch fish. We could invest in a dockyard. That's not a bad idea. We don't have to be exclusively fishing. I'll build one more axeman, just a nice group of 5. Need 100 wood for a docks. Yep, 100 wood for a docks. And we can start. We'll split our wood between farms and fishing boats. The fishing boats will get us food without consuming food to make more villagers. That's doubly good. We want to save our food to get through the mission. Alright, you build the docks right there. You can help. No idle villagers at the moment. We will need more wood for housing. Just put the fishing boats in. That much is certain. I'll go ahead and start putting some houses down. And move this guy to wood when he's done with the dock. Could take this woodworking upgrade. I don't think it's necessary though. At least in this mission. Alright, fishing boats take 50 wood. And a farm takes 60 wood, so fishing boats actually use less wood, and they stay forever. So that's a win-win. I'm hitting my plus button. You see they're walking a little faster. We're just increasing the game speed is all we're doing here, because I think we've pretty much got this set. We don't have to actually attack the lower Egyptians, which is fine by me. I'll just take my 800 wood and call it a day. No conflict at all. Could have been done sooner, but it is what it is. Okay, 65 food to go. 55 food to go, so yeah, just a few more moments here. I don't think anything's gonna stop us. The only thing I would be concerned... Oh, well, boom. I guess we had a bunch of people deliver all at the same time, so I'll take that.
The gods have blessed our great Pharaoh Narmer and united our people. Egypt is destined to become the greatest civilization ever seen. The Pharaoh has promised you a spot on the carved stone tablet commissioned to honor his victory. For obvious reasons, your image will not be as big as his.
Obviously. Alright, well, I think I'll call it there. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Ascent of Egypt campaign here in Age of Empires 1. If you have, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. But until next time, I've been your host, League Master Dinchnord here at the League of Average Gaming. Have a good one.